So it's kind of been a long time since the last episode of my review series of The Promised Neverland, and I apologize for that. I basically was just sleeping a shit ton, and just didn't feel up to watching the anime. Kind of the same thing with the Are You Afraid of the Dark? I need to finish that. I reached a fucking point, and it was just like, I just couldn't watch. But I watched episode 5 of The Promised Neverland, and it's heating up. It's heating up, and I like it. I like where it's going. It's getting some really thrilly elements in that, and I really like it. The tension is ratcheted up, and so the ending of last episode and the beginning of this episode are both linked with Norman confronting Ray about being the informant for Mom. And he plays dumb, and then Norman kind of cuts straight through the bullshit and is like, I know you're the fucking spy. And they have this conversation, and it's like some nice verbal sparring back and forth. And Ray's like, I'll become your trump card only if he had 2 conditions. I forgot I literally just got done watching it, and it's fucking the one that's important is that he has to lie, that Norman has to lie to Emma and say they're still going to get everybody out, but it's really only going to be the 3 of them getting out. Like, that's the whole, that's the plan now between Norman and Ray. Although I think Norman's gonna probably do some massive, mind fuck shit to Ray. Then, so they have this, Ray and Norman have this conversation. Then, Emma, Ray, and Norman all go off into the woods like they do when they need to speak privately. And, it's also at the end of that discussion between, I forgot this, Ray and Norman, after their discussion, it's also revealed that Ray's known about the shipping off kids thing for a while. And he's experimented with, that's how he knows about the tracking devices, is because he's experimented on kids. And so he has this meeting with Mom, has this it's basically an expository dump. She's checking bases with him and all this other shit. Then during the meeting between Norman, Ray, and Emma in the woods, Emma notices, you said that you tested, for the tracking devices. And, what the fuck? It's like, how did you test these things? Like, what about those kids? What happened to those kids? And he doesn't answer. And she's like, don't tell me. Because she's like, did you force kids to be sent off earlier than they should have been to save your ass, basically? And it's revealed that Ray also I think it's revealed in the Ray Norman discussion. It's revealed that Ray is the one who guided Norman and Emma to the gate to find out about the real world. And so yeah. I think going back to the whole two things with Norman and Ray, I think the first one is that he has to give up on escaping with everyone. And then the second thing is to lie to Emma about that. I think that's what those two things were. But, so they have their little powwow, they have their little conversation. They leave, they come out from the woods. They then have like this conversation between those three, and then Don and Gilda about touching bases. Don and Gilda think that the kids are still alive when they're fucking dead because Norman lied to them. It's just, I guess, easier, and they'll tell them after they're free. Sure. Then. That's pretty much it. Like, there's back and forth talking. And then Emma and Gilda are like, oh, we've been watching Mom. We've been watching her, tracking her, shit like that. And there's this room. Like, there's this special place, there's some hidden room in the house. And Norman's like, oh, yeah, it's like, or not Norman, Ray's like, yeah, it's probably where she contacts, headquarters. And he's like, well, how the fuck do you know that? So, did you know about it? And he's like, no, I suspected, and blah, 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 blah. So Norman sends Don and Gilda to go start dinner or whatever. And then Don gets it in his fucking head, and I kind of think that Ray pushed that button specifically to make him go do it, to maybe eliminate him. So he sends Don and Gilda go downstairs, and then they go to the room, and Don gets all frustrated because he's like, where the fuck is the secret door? Gilda's like, it's look at the shapes, and it's like so it slides instead of like a pull door, it's a slide door. And then they try to open the door, it's locked. And then like I think like they're gonna try, like they turn to get out, but they hear a noise, like the door creaking open. Like they hear the doorknob turn, and then the door creaks open. And then like that's how the episode ends. It's like the door opens. It's just like this white, it's like the white light. It's like at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. The door swings open. It's like this white wall, like this bright white shit, and like oh, like it all freaked out, and then end the episode. Can't wait to watch the rest of the fucking season. Because I already have episode 6 downloaded. I got to download, because it's episode 5. Got to download episode 7, 8. I might do 7, 8, and 9. Like, download them. Might watch episode 6. Do a review after I'm done with this. Pause. But, yeah. So, I'm liking this series a lot. I really am. I hope you give it a watch, or you've already watched it. Just don't leave fucking spoilers in the comments, because I will block you. Anyway, ta-ta everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.